Colin, welcome to Learn Somatics. In this video we're going to address twisting at the waist, but we're going to do it on something sideline. Generally up to now we've been doing twisting on our back for the most part. But in this video we're going to get into twisting at the waist, but in the sideline position. So yeah, give this a try. If you're not comfortable lying on your back and you need to get back, you need to relearn how to do your twisting, this is going to be a good option for you. So for this movement, we're going to start on our sides, knees bent, roughly at about a 90-degree angle. Use a pillow if you want for comfort. Hands go on top. And what we're going to do is from here, we're going to focus on the top side arm. And all we're going to do is we're going to, keeping your elbows straight, we're going to slide our top side arm forward of our bottom arm. And from there we're going to just come back to rest. Just repeat that, sliding the top arm forward. And you'll notice the arm's not really doing anything, it's actually you're rolling your trunk forward so that you can send your arm forward. And to come back, you're rolling your trunk back. To come back. So this is what's moving, it's this movement of the trunk. So again, we're twisting, right? Again, we're rolling our arm forward, feeling our ribs cage turn towards the table, and then slowly rolling it back. Okay, let's change direction. Let's keep the arm straight when you're coming back. If your elbow bends, you've come to your limit, so stop. So we're going to roll back, slide the arm back, and I'm going to go until I feel like my arm wants to bend. So I'll start about there, and from there I'm going to go back to start position. And again, it's not about the arm, right? It's about the rolling of the trunk. The arm just kind of helps us make sense of it a little bit. And once you get the movement down, you want to pay attention to the feeling of your trunk moving. It's like, I'm rolling my rib cage to the back. And of course my arm's attached, so that brings the arm with it. Roll it back. Okay, one more time going back. And then slowly releasing. So we've gone forward and we've gone back. Let's put those two together. So we're going to roll forward, and then we're going to roll back. And actually you've noticed that I'm not moving my knee, I'm trying to keep my knees for the most part together on this. They're going to move a little bit, but we're working with the upper part of the body mostly here, rolling the ribs. And then slowly back. And it's this turning of our trunk that helps us slide the arm back and forward along the bottom arm. Okay. So, we've done the top half. Now we can do the bottom half. So you can, you may as well leave your hands on top. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to focus on my top leg, hip, leg, knee. I want to try and send that hip, leg, knee forward. The feet will stay mostly stacked. So what do I have to do to send that knee forward? Again, it's this turning at the waist. Okay, and then bring it back. And gently sending the whole hip, top side hip, knee, leg forward. And slowly coming back. Because of course your leg doesn't get any longer, so how do you reach? You have to use your trunk to reach. And then slowly back. You can actually put a hand on your hip so you can feel what's happening. Send your knee forward. The whole pelvis is sort of turning towards the camera, tipping towards the camera to send that knee forward. And gently sending that knee forward. And again, this movement of the hip, this twisting, important for walking and running. And forward, and then bring it back. Okay, so now let's see, can we send this hip, knee, leg backwards? So we're drawing the knee backwards, it comes backwards of the bottom side knee. And then release. Movement back will be smaller generally. You go back. You'll feel this in your inner thighs as well. Come back to rest. One more time. Going back. slowly release. Alright, so once you've got a grip on how to go forward, release, and go back and release, we'll do like we did on the top. We'll do both together, or go back and forth. So I'm going to send that knee forward, and then I'm going to send that knee back. And notice how my feet stay stacked. It's more movement of the trunk and the turning of the waist. And go back and forth like that a couple of times. Just see how smooth you can go from one movement to the other. And what you'll also notice is you can't really move the top leg without there being some movement through the bottom. It's all the one system. Forward, back, and relax. Okay. So we've done the top half, the arms, rolling the trunk forward in the upper half. We've done the hips going in the bottom half. Let's do the two together. So we're going to go top hand and top knee forward. This is kind of weird. And then we're going to go back the other way. Knee goes back and the arm goes back. You'll get more movement through the top half. There's just more movement available there. It's like you're rubbing sticks together. But again, you think about your trunk. It's rolling your trunk that gives you this movement. It's all about the center. Alright, we do that a couple of times so it starts to feel familiar or like something we've got a handle on. Okay, come back. And to finish, let's do something a little more of a head scratcher. This time, we're going to go opposite directions. So we'll do one at a time. So I'm going to go forward with my upper body, and I'm going to try and take my knee back, my knee and leg back. And now as I send my knee forward, I'm going to go back with my upper body. And this will be a smaller movement because you're going in opposite directions. But again, just see if you can get a feel for that. Twisting the trunk in opposite directions. Top half going one way, bottom half going the other way. This is exactly what we do when we're walking and when we're running. And you can see I had to close my eyes to concentrate to do this because it's actually quite challenging. But if you slow it down, break it up, you should be able to get a hang of it pretty quick. If you get stuck, just stop and start one piece at a time again. So say, okay, I'll go back with my top, I'll go forward with my front, and then from there I'll swap. And I probably need to do more of this myself. Okay. And then relax. So that's all one side done. So once you're finished, you can lay out flat. And see how that feels. And you can compare the feeling of the side you've worked to the side you didn't work yet. Even though that side was getting some movement. That feels quite different now on that left side to the right side. So what you can do is play the video back, turn over onto your other side, and repeat the sequence so that you're even on both sides.